Hi, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. I am your host. The name is Hassan, and this channel is about my struggle to become a profitable day trader. I've been trading for about 3 years now, and I'm streaming live every market open so you guys can see my entries and exits, thought processes, my mistakes. Hopefully, you can learn from those. And if that's your type of thing, hit the like button and subscribe and join me on my journey. But for right now, I'm here to go over my trades for the day. Drum roll, please. What y'all think? Let's go, man. First day of July, first week of July, first day of the second half of the year, and we are green starting off 3.5 R on the day. Pretty cool day. The mistakes were really few today. I feel like it went really well. I mean, you can kind of tell by the P&L. But let's start from the top. So, snow. What made me enter snow? Let's see. Okay, so snow I got in on a 2-minute breakout. 2-minute ORB, and I really didn't want to. Like, I mean, not in the moment, but when I sat down today, I was like, I'm only doing 5-minute ORBs, and then we flip into the 15. But I kind of had a strong bias on snow this morning, and always trying to get in early, which needs to not be the priority. The priority is to get in on the best setup, not the earliest way that you can enter. So 2-minute ORB. I only went in half risk though. Like, I knew I was jumping the gun, so I only went in half risk. Stopped minus 0.5 R, and then I took a second entry, and I would technically still be in the trade, but I added to my position, and I just didn't want to have that much risk on it, So even when I added, I still didn't risk a full half R, which is what I initially intended to. I raised my stop tight, ended up losing $3 on the stop. So what was this second entry? Was a 15-minute break over highs. I wasn't really committed to the trade. It was just like, let's see if something crazy can happen. If not, it's all good. Man, I was near to taking this Microsoft trade over here before I ended my stream. I thought it was a pretty nice setup on the 15, but I wanted to end the day where it was at. I wasn't willing to risk going down to 2R. It's the end of it's almost lunchtime. So anyway, yeah, I mean, moved stop tight, stopped at like 0.2 R. We'll say 0.3 R. All right, so snow, it just didn't work out. I thought about trying to take it down here, but this is more of a reversal. I'm not really into reversal plays. I want to see price build on itself. So when it broke over this high right here and started to build, I like that, and I want to see it move up to the next level. And that's pretty much what it's doing. Again, I just didn't really have the commitment with this trade. It was the end of the day. This is my last trade. I just literally closed out of it. And yeah, I just wasn't really willing to risk much. So anyway, not bad. 2 trades I probably could have done without on snow. So that's almost 1 R gone on that. CEG, I believe this was a 5-minute. No, I got in before the 5-minute candle closed. So this was still kind of a 2-minute breakout. This was probably a little FOMO. Entered before close of the 5. Which, I mean, if I did wait to the 5, I probably still would have triggered in. And I still would have stopped out. So it didn't really matter. CEG just didn't work. It just didn't work. And honestly, there wasn't like a catalyst or anything. The daily setup was pretty cool, but it's also technically downtrending on the daily. But it just had a really high volume day yesterday, so days like that you can really get a nice volume on a narrow range candle at the bottom of a move. Usually you can get a nice move up the next day after something like that. And it just didn't work out. So I lost a little over an R, like 1.3 R on that one. So kind of like a 2-minute ORB I was late to, didn't work. It's another one that just kind of rolled over with the SPY. All right, NNE. This one kind of broke my heart, man. So NNE, I got in NNE on a 5-minute ORB, and then added on a higher high, higher low to VWAP, and everything was going fine. Everything was going fine. Lost conviction and wanted to try another ticker. Moved up stop to BE. Nah, I really just manually exited trade at BE. Went to 3R plus, man. This I never stop myself out. Like once I'm in the trade, I'm all about accepting the risk of the trade. That's one of the things that really stood out to me in trading in the zone, was actually committing to the risk when you put your trade on. And you know, with this one, it's like, okay, once you enter the trade, the R is gone. Like you've paid 1 R to enter this trade, and the only way I get my 1 R back is if I get to 2 R. Then I move my stop to break even, and I have my R back. You know. But yeah, it looked really good on the 15. I liked the daily setup. I liked everything about this trade, but when the SPY started rolling over and it made a lower high right here, I just lost my conviction, and it was definitely sad to see that thing go. But I got out of that, I think, to get into Microsoft, or it was either Microsoft or Oracle. Might have been Tesla. I'm not sure. But anyway, it just be like that sometimes. I don't like to do that though. And this is a time where I paid for that. Man, my first entry was 27.94, and then it just touched 32. So that would have been nice. I had 10 shares after this ad, which my average position was probably around 28, probably right around 28 bucks. I think 28.12 or something like that. Where'd I stop out? 28.04. Yeah, I think it was 28.12 or something. So I guess I would have been up at 32. Yeah, that's like 4R, man. That's like 4R. But, you know, learning experience. That's sad though, man. To be right, to do everything right, and then just like check out, just like, I changed my mind. That sucks. I don't like that at all. But I probably won't do that again. But anyway, on to better things. Microsoft. So I can't really quantify my first entry on Microsoft. What was that? 499.25. I don't. That must have been a 2 minute entry. I think that was a 2 minute entry. Let's check it out. Yeah, I think I like this break over the opening range, and I feel like I missed it right here. So I just kind of waited for it to. It was pulling back, and I just waited for it to break over that candle. And yeah, it pulled. I mean, it rolled over. Looks like about the time the SPY rolled over. Go figure. Um, Late 5 minute ORB rolled over with SPY minus 1R. And then the second entry I took, let's check it, see if where we at here. Okay, second entry I took was a 15 minute break. The only issue I had with this second entry was I did not share size appropriately in order for me to put my stop in where it needed to go. So because of the amount of shares I took, I had to put my stop like right in the mix of the price action, and I just immediately stopped out. Stopped out. Another minus 1R. So at this point, I'm like, come on, man. At this point, I'm like, the setup is triggered. I got out just because I had too many shares, but I still feel like the setup is triggered, right? It's a good setup. Break on the 15 over VWAP. So now I'm waiting on the 2 minute for a good entry. And I pulls back to VWAP, make some narrow range candles. I'm like, all right, this is it. I'm getting in. So I get in, boom. I'm back in, stop under the low. Where'd I put my stop at? I think I just put my stop under this last 15-minute candle, which was a really nice tight stop, and it shot straight up. Like, this was the entry. That was the entry right there, man. Look at this. Got it right there off of the VWAP bounce. Went straight up. And, man, I left some on the table on that one, man. Yeah, I've been working on my take profit strategies. So basically today, as soon as it touched 2R, I moved my stop to break even. When it got to 3R, I moved my stop to 2R. 4R, moved my stop to 3R. And yeah, so that's how it happened. This ended up being a 2.5R-ish win. So it made back the 2R I lost and plus $3. So about 2.5R. So last trade was bounce off VWAP on 2 minute after 15-minute triggered. No ads either, man. 2.5R. So that was cool. That was really cool. It was a really nice trade. You know, I'm always trying to figure out ways that I can still be in this trade to catch that move. I don't know. I might have to leave a few more R's on the table. So maybe when I get to wait till I get to 4R to move my stop to 2R. I don't know. I want to be about capturing, though. I don't want to give too much back. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's nice to be at this stage where my main issues are, or my main concerns are the way that I'm taking profit. How can I take my profit to maximize my potential, my profit taking potential, and not leave too much on the table? So I guess you got to kind of lean to one side. Are you more concerned about catching the big run, or are you more concerned about not leaving too much on the table? You got to kind of find a balance. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I was really happy with that Microsoft trade. Got my 2R down on Microsoft back to plus almost half an R. So, hey, man, that worked out good. Oracle is probably trade of the day. Yeah, Oracle was real nice. Um, what made me get into Oracle? The daily was really nice on Oracle. Looked like it was curling up. Uh, I guess I just like this setup. Even though we got this big topping tail, it sold off and then it came right back up and then it held VWAP. So this was the big one right here. So I bought the break of the 5 minute. So this was 5-minute break over VWAP, and then added over higher day, added again over 15-minute break, and we got 3.5R on this one. So that was good. And actually, if I would have kept this stock up on my watch screen, it really gave a nice re-entry right here. A nice re-entry, especially on the 15, man. Like this right here, you got to take this trade. This is one that you have to take. So, yeah, you just buy the break, stop under the low, let it ride, man. Let it ride. That was nice. That was very nice. But yeah, Oracle was a great trade. Was able to add on the way up and take profit basically on the first pullback. It feels, I like to leave things room to run. I'm always, that potential home run. But it feels better to capture the profit. Just to capture the profit, I might miss a few home runs, but I think I'm also going to prevent a lot of winning trades going red. And that was something that I noticed when I did my month in review. I'll link the video at the end on one of these squares up here. But I had a lot of trades last month that went well into profit. Like 2, 3, 4R into profit, and I did not do anything wanting it to go higher, and then it started turning around and pulling back, and I still did not want to raise my stop to break even or capture any profit because I wanted to stay in the position with hopes that it would keep going. It would go back up, and that's just not the way to play it, man. That's not the way to play it. So today I think I did really well with moving my stop up and capturing profits. Tesla was very nice. So Tesla I missed the 15-minute ORB, and so I waited for the pullback to VWAP. 2-minute. Man, what a great trade that ended up being. I do wish I would have just gotten the 4R. I think 4R might be the happy medium, Go ahead and put a target out at 4R and then just squeeze up the stop tight to it. Because touching 4R and then walking away with 3 is just kind of like, 4R to me is definitely a home run. 3 is nice too. Man, I don't know, man. Every day I'm going back and forth about taking profits. But either way, definitely moving stop to break even at 2R is definitely one of the things I'm going to always do on my trades. Hopefully, God willing. So anyway, missed the 15-minute ORB on Tesla. Ended up jumping in on the 2-minute pullback to VWAP. And I didn't do anything else but wait for the opportunity to move my stop. So when Tesla went up to 2R, I moved my stop to break even. Moved up to 3R, I moved my stop up to 2R. It got up to like right underneath 4R. And I was like, man, I should just go ahead and move my stop up to 3R. But I did not, because it technically didn't hit 4R. And ended up stopping out at 2R. So it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Plus 2R. So, yeah, man. End of the day, 3.5R. I would say today, I'm probably even more so done with the trying to catch 2-minute opening range breakouts. 5-minute opening range breakouts are sketchy enough. I think I'm noticing that the 5-minute ORBs that have top tails on them, which one was the one that failed? Was that CEG? Yeah, that did have a top tail. But I mean, CEG didn't look bad. I think honestly it just rolled over. It rolled over when the SPY rolled over, and it just didn't have anything. It didn't have the buying support that the other things had to bring it back. Tesla didn't care anything about what the market did this morning. It just had its own mind. So, yeah, you just got to, you play the strength. If you stick to the strength, man, that Microsoft trade that I missed out on. Look at that thing going, man. I was literally about to take it right here. But that would have been a great trade. It's definitely up 2R from that entry at this point. But, yeah, you know, even when I miss things, just the fact that I saw it and you know, it makes me feel good because I got the vision, you know. I got the sight. Anyway, wow, we're 20 minutes in. All right. I don't want to make this too long, but today's focus was capturing the profits, and it worked out very well. I started getting a little worried because I'm like, man, I'm 6 tickers down, 6 tickers into the day. I don't want to overtrade. My guy Olu was like, bro, don't overtrade. Having you guys in the live stream, man, it really is nice. It really is nice. Sometimes it's a lot of input, but I think I'm pretty decent at filtering the good, you know, the stuff I need to take in and the stuff, you know, you just let ride. It's been really nice trading with you guys, man. I feel like I might be slightly becoming a profitable day trader. I don't know. We'll see. If I close July green, we going hard in August. But anyway, one day at a time. I just really need to manage the amount of trades I'm in. I got to kind of a scary point today too, where I just had too much risk on the table. After I stopped out of my first 3, I had another 3 on, which is a good setup for being down 6R on the day, which I really don't want to do. But man, SPY's back over VWAP and yesterday's close. It's looking like a great market for me. And yeah, I'm here for it. Anyway, appreciate you guys so much for being here for the journey. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch you guys in the morning. Peace.